Okay, this is newborn CPOE, first documentation. So as you can see here, I hit document tab, and it looks like somebody has already done a newborn admission exam. That will be the attendings or the nurse practitioners that pretty much do this note. I'm going to go ahead and search for newborn, and as you can see here, there's 4 newborn templates. The one you're going to use is newborn resident progress note. In general, the attendings are going to be doing the admission, discharge, and subsequent exams. So this is your progress note. Double click on that and you can see this template here. As you can see here, you can I'm going to go ahead and click on this, and you'll have to type in this information here. Note if you hit the F4 key, it brings you to each of these tabbed functions if you like that. Born to a... Actually, that's kind of... Most of the time you're going to be doing full-term babies. So F4 key will jump you quickly to all of these functions. Mother's blood type you'll have to put in here, and prenatal labs. Now this section is like this because this information is carried over to the next note and to the discharge information. So you could just click and this should be saved over. We'll go ahead and make this a little interesting to see if it carries over. Then you'll hit the day of life here. Newborn status, feeding well, stooling appropriately, no issues. Circle that or right click. Actually, it just circles it. That's a big baby there. I guess that pre-populated in I'm not really sure where it pulled this. It must have pulled it from somewhere. Let's see. It's okay. Let's go back to our note here. Okay. And then here's the exam. If you hit N, it circles all the blue things. If it really was normal, you can circle things that that the baby may have had. And again, you can always go to other and free text stuff there. So that's pretty important is free text. And then there's other category here to further describe things. So that's the exam part. You click this tab and go to results. It will pull in the last 24 to 48 hours of laboratory values all within here, so that's kind of nice. Newborn's blood type, looks like it doesn't pull that over, so you will have to put that in. Audiology date, and then their audiology pass fail, you'll have to put in. Assessment and plan, newborn doing well, or neurotoxicity, continuing routine care, and then problem. So normal newborn is probably going to be the most common, but you may have to put in hyperbilirubinemia, and then your assessment and plan will be put in here. Newborn doing well, routine care or whatever, needs echo, whatever. Okay, hit OK, and then you hit save, and you can review it. And then on this note, you're not going to have to assign the attending. They do their own notes. So you pretty much just hit sign. Now it's asking me, I didn't do a couple things. I guess I didn't finish this newborn exam. So you can put that. Let's see if it'll let me go through this time. Still wants something. Skin exam. I'll just hit other. Okay, and that's the newborn note. documentation should be pretty simply that way. Now, the other major thing in the newborn nursery is the discharge. So I'm going to go ahead and hit discharge. And this is the same discharge template or screen that's used on the floor. So you want to review the patient problems. This is a normal newborn. You can put anything else that any other problems or issues that came up. Note that obviously this isn't a problem, but there does need to be a diagnosis. Anticipated discharge date, you can leave that blank. Discharge, or you can put it in if you want. Discharge disposition, home. Now it collapsed that. Discharge of medications, none. Discharge orders. I explained that earlier in the other discharge. This for babies coming out of the newborn nursery, you might need to order a bilirubin in a day or two. Physician instructions. I'm going to go ahead and hit new and go to DCI newborn. That's the newborn template. I'll double click that. And as you can see here, the diagnosis, this auto filled in from normal newborn from what we hit earlier. It's a hospital mandate or JCO that there needs to be a goal on discharge for everybody. It doesn't really make sense for a lot of pediatric patients, but it auto-populates stay well. I guess you can also put, healthy newborn. Feeding, breastfeeding every 2 to 3 hours. And you can further explain stuff there. And then sleep position, ABC, baby should always sleep alone and on their back in their crib. Saves lives. Treatment instructions, so this is any kind of special instructions, free text. Reason to call your provider. This is all standard newborn stuff that goes in the discharge. And then as you can see here, this lab work that I previously put in auto-filled and carried over. So obviously putting that in correctly the first time is important. Infant blood type, you'll have to put in here infant classified as AGA. Looks like it auto-filled that somehow. Looks like it automatically calculates the weight loss. I'm not sure where it's pulling this in, but you can double check that. And then the admission exam, note that this is complete. This was done by a previous provider, the attending, and it should auto-populate the admission and discharge note in for you by whoever did those notes. So I'll go ahead and hit this section. And this is reviewing just the DCI newborn template. I'll go ahead and just sign that. It wants this discharge stuff, I guess. See if it'll let me go through. Okay, well baby examined by, it wants all that kind of stuff. So I'm just going to go ahead and hit cancel out of here and pretend like that was all done. So that would all be done. Follow-up appointments, with the pediatrician should be obviously pretty soon after discharge. It auto-populates the immunizations, and then you go ahead and hit save and print as previously. So that's newborn.